you don't know what you got until it's gone, you know? Good morning, y'all. Frank and Angie of HM Family Life, living in Ecuador. Well, with adult sons living on 1,000 to 1,200. Still, 5 years later, here in Salinas now, spent 5 years in Cuenca. And we video log our life in a developing country. Yeah, what's on our mind this morning? You gotta understand what it's like to be using yourself as a guinea pig for different methods of staying healthy. You know, especially when for, you know, pretty much all of our adult lives, 30, 35 years, we have resorted to all kinds of natural methods. You know, using the principle of take what you like and leave the rest, or if it's working, you keep doing it, and if it's not, you discard it. And so everything that we've been doing throughout our lives is the culmination of what works and the benefits we derive from it in our health. And of course we logged all of that in our book, Better Health, Better Life, all of the things that we have kept that work for good health. You know, that's why, guys, you don't see us saying things like, well, we did this and it worked or whatever, because that's not how we do it. I mean, something can appear to be working for a short time, and then, you know, 2 months later, you find out, oh, well, it wasn't working the way we thought it was, or it was working partially, or what have you. That's why we're not able to just say, oh yeah, we're doing this or we're doing that, because we don't want to encourage anybody or give a false impression to anybody. We never recommend anything that we haven't actually done and been successful at, not just done. I mean, that's why we very rarely recommend anything unless it is something that is we've tested, tried, proven, and stuck with. And that's what's in the Better Health, Better Life. It's all the things that we have been doing for over 30 years that we've stuck with, that we still do. That's the thing, we still do them. As it regards to normal health. Yeah, oh, by the way, I want to thank everybody that has answered in the comments with natural suggestions and such. I want to thank everybody for all of those suggestions. You know, we appreciate your willingness to assist in any way with suggestions and stuff. We're always doing natural stuff all the time. The challenge is when you're using yourself as a guinea pig, I got started saying, is that it isn't a super high risk. You know, and it's something new that you haven't had to deal with before, so you've got to go through that stage where you're a guinea pig and you're trying all these things. If it's not a high risk thing, that's fine. I'm comfortable with that. We're doing all the natural stuff, including the papaya seeds and all that. We're going to incorporate all those natural things, as many as we can anyway, you know, and the probiotic, green plantains, and all of that stuff.
Comment and say try this and try that.
And along those lines, right, to thanking people for the suggestions, simple things like walnut, extract of walnut or something, you can't get that here.
Oh, no.
I mean, you could probably get it in Cuenca from
the health food stores.
Yeah. Having natural health, not relying on institutional health, which is an amazing blessing, you know, it's a freedom. It's a freedom. You know, imagine, there's people that move across continents just because they're pursuing health. The freedom I'm talking about is not having to do something like that. Being able to live wherever. So yeah, we've been doing diatomaceous earth for 15, 20 years at least. Yeah, about that long. And yeah, we still got the amoeba. So I tend to not be hasty with language. So like if I say formidable, it's because it truly is formidable. You know, formidable means it's extremely difficult and complicated to overcome. we are overcomers. What kind of tree is that? Almost looks like a magnolia tree. They've got those in the south. The blooms are huge. They're as big as a cantaloupe, and you can smell them from 30 feet. It's like perfume. Those are my favorite trees in the south, is a magnolia tree. Yeah, the diatomaceous earth is something that's even really hard to get here as far as the food grade. The amounts we got in, we were fortunate enough to be able to have at that time some people that brought it in. But it's a kind of product, you know, that if somebody brings you something, it's like a, you know, like you won the lottery. I mean, you know, you can't expect to live a life where something that you need on a regular basis is going to be brought to you by others. As I said earlier, if it doesn't work, you know, we discard it and we move on to something else. You know, and that's something that doesn't work.
Well,
I mean,
we're still taking it.
I mean, yeah, you know, somebody want to bring you something. You just won the lottery, great, and then I don't mean that financially, because we always, of course, pay for the items.
I think diatomaceous earth gets rid of most parasites. I think it gets rid of the Giardia. It doesn't, so you don't get those, because none of us have ever had
we've
Giardia.
never been sick. We've never gotten Giardia. We've never had, you know, I mean.
They check for other things here, though, and the only parasite anybody in our household has ever had is the E.
And when I say we've never been sick, I mean we've never, like this, like chronically had issues.
We've done the diatom, and I'm sure that diatomaceous earth is very good for keeping the bugs at bay, and they also allow you to have good bugs in your body.
So if you get infected, even in the States, you know, you go to a restaurant or something happens, because you're normally just doing all these things to strengthen your immune and fight off everything. They either don't take hold, or if they do, they just don't last. They're just in passing, you know, just for the night, and then the next day you're good to go, you know. Yeah, we've never had formidable issues that we couldn't just shrug off easily. And the diatomaceous earth was part of our program. And still is, but with this thing in the water, it's not enough. I tell you, one of the things I really like about Cuenca is the proliferation of health food stores and the ability to get things from health food stores. You don't know what you got until it's gone, you know, and it is definitely gone coming to the coast. There's the occasional health food store here, but the availability of items is pretty much non-existent. There's probably a handful of stores, but they have so little that I haven't been able to get any Minto out here.
You know what? But the weather, it's perfect here.
But the weather's perfect, you know. Health food stores, you really miss it. And the peppermint oil we got, we were like sticker shocked at $13 for a little tiny vial of peppermint oil in Cuenca. Here they're asking like 18 bucks, and it's like, are you kidding me? The same size vial. It's not more. The same size, half a pinky. Well, this guy doesn't seem to be too shy. He's getting awful close. And another thought is this, that you can do all these things to boost your immune system. That's a perfectly fine thing to do, and it's the foundational thing to do. And that's because that's what we do. You know, when we have a choice to make, we always go for the immune boosting. But again, once you contract one of these protozoas, it's like, okay, well, we need to, you know, because it's so formidable and insidious. And at the definition of insidious, I'm going to go from memory here, so don't hold me to it. Try do a dictionary search. Insidious, it's like sneaky in a bad way. Insidious is so sneaky that you don't notice it, and you don't know what's going on, and it's bad. And that's what these are, because that's why the word parasite means it's living off of you, and it's spreading at your expense. You know, we're going to do all these papaya seeds every couple of weeks and stuff, but see, the biggest problem with endemic areas is reinfection. I know I've said that before, but yeah, moving on. We're not encouraging others to do things they don't know anything about. We're just video logging our experience. So again, thanks everybody for all your input. Keep it coming.